Hey, good morning, friends. It is Julie Hamilton with Life Builders, bringing you simple tips to build a strong and healthy life on. Hey, welcome to Monday. It's time to get back in the groove, to get back to it. And I hope you're having a great Monday so far. And I just am praying that whatever's ahead of you this week is going to work out so good for you and going to be a blessing in your life. So anyway, well, today's topic is what's behind the back. Because so often we get so scared to let go of what we know about, not realizing that there's something better coming, and we don't want to let go of what we know. We don't want to let go of the familiar and the comfortable. And I saw this so clearly in my own life a couple weeks ago. My daughter I had small group, and so Damien was taking care of Livy, and she wanted to go to this extra MMA practice. So it's just extra, she doesn't even have to be there. And she was asking him, Dad, will you please take me to this MMA practice, and mixed martial arts. That's what MMA is if you're not familiar with it. And it's a combination of all different martial arts. But anyway, she said, Dad, will you take me to this practice? And he's like, we'll see, and she was so bummed. And, we're sitting there at dinner and I'm like, Livy, what is wrong? And she goes, Dad said we'll see, and that means he's never gonna take me. Like every time he says we'll see, that means no. How us parents, we have our code words. But I'm sitting there looking at her, she's pouting, huffing and puffing, but what she doesn't realize is this. I'm gonna diverge, but is anybody in your house a Star Wars fan? Livy is the biggest Star Wars fan in our house. She knows who's related to who and what the names of all these little creatures are and how they work together. I don't even know all this stuff. She knows all these different things about Star Wars. She's a big Star Wars fan, and the new movie about Han Solo was coming out the next day. Well, what she doesn't know, the whole time she's pouting about not going to MMA, she has no idea that Damien went online and bought them tickets to the very first showing, the premiere showing of it that night, the kind of movies where you have to reserve your seat because it's a nice, theater. It's not, I've seen some of y'all have those theaters where you get served food and you got blankets and a recliner. Man, we need one of those in Napa. Well, we don't have one, but this is the kind where you choose your seat, the XD. So he's got these plans to take her to something that she's gonna flip out about. So good. And yet she has no idea, and she's pouting about not getting to do what is most familiar to her. And I'm just sitting there watching her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how many times do we do that as adults, as people growing up, and as situations change? We hold on to what we think it should be like. So that was her plans, to go to MMA, but not knowing that Damien had this amazing, wonderful surprise for her. And it's so, why do we do that? We just like to hold on to what we know, don't we? It's fear of the unknown. And so often, even with my capsule wardrobe, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I talk about it on there, but I started a capsule wardrobe. So a capsule wardrobe is, you get it down to 30 pieces that you're gonna wear for the next 3 months. So that includes shirts, shoes, and pants, and any dresses or coats or anything like that, any over things. And you wear those pieces. So you're gonna see me a lot in a lot of the clothes. And honestly, I have been thinking for all these years, I could never do that. I could never let go of my clothes and these things. And all of a sudden, I just realized that I'm wearing the same clothes all the time anyway, so let's try it. So literally, when I didn't even throw my clothes away, you guys, all I'm doing is packing them in boxes. And I was literally crying because we take security in what we know, right? We take security and comfort in knowing, oh, if I don't want to wear this today, I can go wear that, or whatever it is. And I'm literally crying as I'm putting my clothes away. I don't even know why. But the funny thing is, now I'm realizing, man, it's so cool to wear stuff that I love every single day. And I'm putting together these outfits. I'm like, wow, I never put those two things together before, but now I'm being forced to. And I'm seeing because of letting go of all that stuff that was so familiar to me and I thought I needed it to be comfortable, I'm seeing there's some good things on the other side of that. And it applies even to leaps of faith in our life. When we left LA, we lived in LA and we felt God was calling us to move up here. And our friends would say to us, why are you moving to Northern California? We were like, I have no idea. I don't even know. And it was so scary, you guys. It was so scary. Like, we had a nice 6-figure job and we were hanging on to that job and we had a business down there. And then, you know, and it was just a bad time in the economy. And it was really the hardest decision we ever made was to come here. But there was so much good on the other side of letting go of the comfortable, letting go of the familiar. And I'm just asking you today, is there anything in your life that you need to let go of, you're scared to let go of because you think it's going to be bad on the other side, but actually it's good on the other side? What is it that's holding you back from letting go of the things that you need to let go of? And the reason I called it What's Behind Your Back is, I don't know if you've seen this picture, this graphic, but there is this, it sticks in my head all the time. It's a little graphic, and I'm going to put it up in the next day or two. It has a little girl, and she's holding this little tiny teddy bear. And Jesus is in the picture, and he's reaching out to her saying, will you give me this? And she doesn't want to give it to him, and she's like hanging on to it. But you don't see, she can't see that behind his back, he's holding this big, giant teddy bear. He's got something so much bigger and better for her, but she's hanging on tightly to that little teddy bear because she doesn't want to let go. So I just encourage you today to think about, what are the things I'm holding on to that I'm scared to let go of, but there might be something bigger and better, more amazing, more fulfilling, more exciting, and more joyous on the other side. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's your clothes, maybe it's where you live or who you hang out with, maybe it is, you know, finances. I mean, it could be a billion different things, but I want you to let go of that and see what's behind the back. See what's on the other side of that, because you'll never know until you let go. So I hope you have an amazing day. Good morning, Tristan. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week. We're going to be going to Arkansas this week for the first time. So to Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art will be really cool. It's a museum started by the founders of Walmart, and so that should be really fun. But anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and think about what you need to let go of that you're just holding on to because it's familiar. Face that fear, let go, and see what's on the other side. It might be amazing, and we don't even know it because we're so afraid of the unknown. So I love you all. Go live your big, amazing, beautiful lives. Mwah. Bye.